Chris, how do you feel that the present high activities of the sun influence life forms in general and humankind on this planet Earth?
I love that question because people are so afraid of the sun today, and it is true that at this time we are having a lot of very powerful sun flares which influence our machines, our computers, knock out our radios. But this radiant light that comes to us from the sun is the essence of our source. The sun energy is allowing us to evolve because, as the blue-green algae did the very beginning of life on this planet, we are at a time when we must again adjust to increased radiation. And so instead of being concerned about mutation of cells or mutation of bodies, we want to learn how to draw to us the radiance of the sun and allow that radiance to quicken our cellular structures, to quicken our bodies and our consciousness so that we can utilize the sun in the same way we need to utilize the sun for our energy problems. We can utilize the sun for our evolution so that humanity can expand its relationship. We have a relationship with our source, with the sun and the stars, and it's very important at this time to not shy away from it. We know that if you hide from the sun, your body cannot make vitamin D, it makes our bones weak, it actually causes cancer. And so I think it's time, as we did in the early days, to embrace the sun, again, not just physically, but as a spiritual support system that we have on our planet. There are those that say that in the beginning of this planet, we had two suns. Imagine what it might have been like to have two suns. We need to expand our consciousness and utilize all of the energies, the cosmic energies that come towards us for the good of the planet and for the good of ourselves.
What happened to the second sun?
We don't know. The moon came along. We would have to ask someone who perhaps has some point of reference in astrological or energies that relate to that. I do not know. We know that now, instead of two suns, we have a sun and a moon that dance together. But you know, when something has existed, it always exists in some energetic way. And so perhaps we could find the answer to that question by simply imagining the two suns and allowing the sky and the cosmos to bring to us that point of reference, that truth.
Chris, can you talk about spirit and soul? Are they the same or are they different from each other?
Ultimately, everything comes together in one way or another. But there is a difference. When we talk about spirit, we're talking about something that actually has weight and measure. So you could talk about a spirit that's left in a place. When you feel a spirit of a tree, there's something that's palpable there that has coalesced into not necessarily a personality, but a coalescence of a form or an energy that you could say, oh, this belongs to that. It's the spirit of the tree, or the spirit of the sea, or the spirit of my grandfather, or the spirit of a football team. There's an energy there, and it has memory, and it has sort of a relationship. It has built something from experience. Whereas when we talk about the soul is infinite. It moves through spirit into manifestation and out from manifestation and into the cosmos. It is always there. There is no energy in the cosmos that does not hold soul. It's simply that we've thought about soul as something we own or belong to a god, rather than soul as the essence of all there is, eternal and there is no energy that is not attached to soul, cosmic soul, human soul, animal soul, plant soul. It is that which chooses to coalesce into spirit. When people die, their spirit often stays within the dimensional frequencies of the auric field, the electromagnetic energy of the earth. And so they have a repertoire of that spirit. You may be able to talk to spirits. I have spoken to many spirits, people that have died, or animals, trees. Those things are sit next to us, so to speak, in the kind of consciousness that we have. The soul is beyond all of it, and yet it can never be damaged, it can never be tarnished, and we are soul. And if we begin to call upon our soul, our divine source, then we can begin to discover, perhaps, who we are beyond form, within the unmanifest, and yet always and essentially forever a consciousness. Soul is consciousness.